We really believe that we've got to do things together. We can have a better community, we could have healthier families.
By using horses, we want to be able to provide an extra service that can build on what families and people in the community already have. We really hope that what we do is provide that sense of hope.
Out of the Ashes is designed to help people with their non-verbal language. Well, you just become more aware of what you're bringing into the picture. If people learn about that, they can really change the dynamics within their personal relationships. Out of the Ashes came into my life not long after I lost my son. I was just devastated, and I felt like my life was really over. In the process of grieving and trying to understand why, God gave me a vision of a farm where people could come and work with horses and support each other. Out of the Ashes was born that day, and time again I got confirmation that yes, this was where I needed to go. I was driving down a road and I felt like God told me to stop and pray at this farm.
A blue pickup comes down the driveway. Linda got out, introduced herself. She had said many times that she had driven by, wanting to stop in and just never done it, and felt that maybe she should. And she explained her plan of Out of the Ashes and wondered if I was interested in helping in any way. So was very willing to sit down and talk to her and give her the opportunity by offering up the arena. We have a large arena that she can use any way that she thinks can benefit Out of the Ashes.
The first year, I really was a program recipient. I came to some of the community classes and things that they were doing. What really brought me to Out of the Ashes is my own family's story. We've lived through addiction and domestic violence and mental health issues and homelessness, and these are certainly things that still impact us today. It was very humbling for me to be able to do the programs myself and kind of normalize some of those challenges. I was able to see my own kids come out week after week.
One of the first times I came to the barn, we weren't really communicating and we weren't trying to get along, we weren't trying to work with each other. We were just thinking about ourselves. We did some exercises with the horses, and then we realized that there's some built-up tension that we should find ways to solve it. Things definitely got better. We learned how to work together more.
Horses are so rich giving us feedback because that's how they communicate, and they mirror people.
That day we could not get the horses to do what we wanted them to do because there was so much tension, but that exercise made us realize that the tension was there and realize that we needed to do something about it.
It seems like the dynamic in our whole household changed after we started doing this every week, and now both of my kids work as volunteers in the program, and so we see them here kind of helping support other people go through the lessons that they went through before.
We call it equine assisted learning, and through that we are not therapists. We really do ask people that come that they be involved with professional support, somebody to process some of the stuff that you learn out here. We are what you would call in the mental health world peers. All that means is we've been there and we've done that. We've had our own challenges in life. We're learning how to walk through them.
It was exciting to me to see another resource in the community that was a little different than being in a building and going to a parenting class. So it's important to me to also talk about my story and be able to let people know that they're not alone and that there's a way to get to the other side.
It helps me talk with other veterans and people that have got losses in their life. It's hard to go on with life when you've had losses, where I lost my wife and lost homes and things and ended up homeless. Where Out of the Ashes gives me a point with other people that have gone through the same thing that we can talk. It's a calming effect for people.
We are very real people with very real horses. Our horses aren't professionally trained.
You may be chewing on this stuff for 6 months down the road. I have at times. I go, gosh, what was that? And then the light bulb will come on. Those aha moments is kind of what we're looking for, and the horses are so good about bringing those.
I wasn't prepared for the impact that it was going to have on my life. Linda called me out into the arena to be a part of one of the exercises. I realized I had trust issues. The horses were like a mirror and reflecting my anxieties of being trapped and in corners. And just working with the horses, I was able to walk through a process in my life and realize that the barriers needed to go away, and the horses were very instrumental in helping.
Teddy has Asperger's. We can't go anywhere. He blurts out, he swears, but here he's accepted. I'm always trying to get Teddy to listen or to do things. I find I can't make him do them, just like I can't make the horse follow me. I've learned a lot watching how the horse interacts with me as opposed to how my children interact with me. They're almost the same. Teddy knows if he pushes me enough, I just give in. And I give up a lot. And so I'm learning I can find a different way to deal with it. And this has taught me to take time and have a little more patience and to understand how Teddy's feeling, because Teddy doesn't think the same way we do. So I'm learning a lot of little things like that.
Without going through this, without being here, I wouldn't be as whole of a person. I never really knew I was missing anything before, but now that I've been here and done this, I couldn't imagine my life without horses. It probably would have been a lot harder to get through some of the issues that my family's been through.
We do start based on our principle and our faith that God has a plan for us. Linda and I volunteered this time to do this. We're not a program that is religious in the sense that we require our participants to follow that same kind of pattern.
We are a 501c3 nonprofit. We work in conjunction with mental health facilities out in our community. We've done boundaries classes through our local community center.
Before I took the boundaries class, I was kind of wishy-washy living on some of my decisions. I would let other people control my emotions and feelings on it. After that, I control my own.
We've seen some families' whole dynamics change by just learning to have some good, healthy boundaries.
We do offer Cowboy Church, which is a faith-based support group. And we call it Cowboy Church because it's not really regular church. You can come with your boots on and just sit down and relax and be yourself, and it's a place to get support. It's really about sharing that hope in the community. At Out of the Ashes, we really don't want to ever have to turn somebody away because of the inability to pay. We have fees set to our services, and when people are able to pay or find the resources to pay, then we gladly accept that. But we also find that a lot of families just don't have that ability and they don't have the resources yet, so we've scholarshiped people to come and be here and be able to experience this regardless of their ability to pay.
We don't want finances to be a barrier. We just want to see families and people healed.
We're continually searching for funding and being able to find supporters in the community to be able to support us. We've been very blessed and been able to do everything that we've done so far on very little. So we're very excited about the growth that it looks like we're facing here in the next couple of years. The interest in our programs has exceeded our expectations. We have a couple of teenagers who have come in and decided this is their community project for their high school project. And so they're giving their time and spending time with us. They could be at Wild Waves, and instead they're here, and they're really enjoying it.
I've learned more about being patient. It shows the family their growth and over the past few weeks, and I think it helps them understand each other a little bit better. It's a good family bonding experience, and I would encourage anyone to try it.
If I can do something to help somebody, will make them a better person and not do what I have done in my life, then I fulfilled what God's given me to do, because that's what it's all about.
God has a plan for us, and this plan of having Out of the Ashes and being here to support people is part of our journey, and we really feel called to do this.
I believe it's all about standing together as a community and seeing what we can do to build up our families, to build up our businesses, to build up our community, and to enrich our lives.